Greetings, Mythics, how are we all? Yes, it's Wednesday. Yes, it's 7 PM UK time. Almost. I'm a little bit late. Sorry about that. And yes, this is Edra Tales. You decide how the story unfolds. In fact, you decide how the Gamebook, Savage Realms Gamebook, Where Shadows Fail, a Shadow Thief adventure by David Lowrie. You decide how this book unfolds, because we're doing another Gamebook playthrough. Yes, this is part 3 of said book, but don't worry, there is parts 1 and parts 2 on the Edra Tales YouTube channel. So if you do miss any of these live streams that go out here on Twitch, do all the live streaming on Twitch, and then I export it over to the Edra Tales YouTube channel if you miss any episodes. Talking of YouTube, we've also got the Bottled Imp. Yes, this is Grocklesnook of said Bottled Imp. This is another YouTube channel that I run. I co-host it, or I co-created it with Julian, and it's over 450 episodes of fantasy goodness, fantasy board game reviews, fantasy film reviews, and fantasy book reviews, a few of which are game books. And hello, here we go again, says Spellsing. Good afternoon to you, or good evening, good morning, or hello. And Jam's here. Evening, my dungeons and ding-dongs. That's fair enough. Can't argue with that one. Just going to have a quick drink. I've been very dry-mouthed recently. How are you both? Hopefully you're doing well. And my name's Ken Boyter, by the way, if you didn't know. Well, you know, the people that I've just said hello to. But if you are new to this channel, I am an actor, a writer, a board game designer. I sing the theme tune, I play the theme tune. What are you on tonight? Exactly, what am I on tonight? Well, the facetious answer, Jonathan, would be a bale of hay. That's all they give us here in the dungeon, that's all they give us. I'm on the Chianti. Steady on there, we know somebody else who's on the Chianti. Liren is here, good morning. Sailing to Lovecraft Country. Ooh. Good morning, Mr. What? My fellow pirates. Yes, exactly. Well, good luck that you survived there. Where is that set? Where is Call of Cthulhu set? I thought it was just a made-up island. It's not, though, is it? It's not, because I designed a board game with Cthulhu, and is it the island of Ral or something? Yeah, I can't remember now. What am I on tonight? Well, tonight, Matthew, I'll be mostly drinking. Yes, it's the cider, the Koppenberg, if that's how you pronounce it. Koppenberg mixed fruit, 4%. So I thought I'd go for a bit more of a lightweight beer. And also, you've probably noticed, it's not a pint. It is not a pint. It is a 4%. It's a can. It's a normal can, 330 millilitres. I normally don't buy these. However, they're pretty good if you don't want to get too drunk. That's the one. I knew Jonathan would know. Riley. Is that how you pronounce it? Jan's put, I could buy a signed paperback Wicked Wizard on Friday, please. Oh, hello. Are you all meeting up? What's going on? Why am I not invited? I got FOMO. Yes, talking of that, actually, I do need to pay my postage for Cthulhu. What's happening on Friday? Yeah, exactly, on Friday, please. Maybe he's just... You do? Yes, I do, exactly. Because I was thinking, oh, Sally's got her copy. Why haven't I got my copy? But of course, your campaign was still one of the old school campaigns where you couldn't take the money for postage up front. Whereas I think my one, I've taken the postage already. I got paid. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like, okay, maybe it's, you get paid. Yes, so I will do the postage. However, I am actually going to go away for a couple of days because I am going to a board game convention where we are simply just playing board game. There's nobody selling games. It's Kedrick, my friend Kedrick. You know Kedrick. He and some group friends have actually hired a massive B&B, Airbnb, and so we've just got this nice big house that we're just going to spend 3 or 4 days playing board games. Good evening, Steve. How are you? I think Liberty nicked mine years ago. What, your dignity? Jonathan's bill. I wouldn't take the money up front because I've been stung by rising postage costs. Oh, I see. Yes, I can totally get on board with that, because obviously it was a year since I took the money, and I'm assuming prices have gone up. I hope to change that next time. Yeah. So how? Yeah, that'd be interesting. So my plan going forward is obviously to finish this campaign, then write my next one, my little short one about the rat wife of Sleepy Eye, which is the bonus one for people that backed mine and Jam's one. Then I'm going to finish writing my next game book to launch it in October next year. So hopefully, like all of the writing will be done, the illustrations will be done, you know, and all I really have to do then is proofreading it and playtesting it, and then I can get it to people quicker. And then you can charge with the postage. And then because you're launching it, you're giving it to them close to the launch date of the, of the campaign. Then hopefully the postage hasn't gone up. And it's 20 months since Kickstarter funded. Yeah, so yours is 20 months. What's that in real money? That's nearly 2 years. Oh wow, I don't feel so bad now. Yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, so Jonathan, you're going to do that. Yeah, it makes sense now. Wow. So mine's 12 months, or this is 13 months. Okay. Whew. Mine's pretty much on time. I can't compare. Can I compare thee to a summer's day? It's about 7 months late. Oh, I see. So it's 7 months late. See, mine's about that as well. I said May. So May, June, July, August, October. June, July, August, October, November. That's 5 months, yeah. Jan's got his meaty tubes out, everybody. Luckily, there's no webcam. So, yeah, so it's the same update as I posted to the backers for my devilish dilemmas to kill a thief. It's having its last proofread by Sally. Bear in mind though, it's nearly 100,000 words, so it's a big tome. I always get that mixed up with tomb. It's a big tome. So yeah, so bear with Sally. And she's busy. So as soon as that's done, I'll make all the corrections, and then I'll be sending off a little proof copy of my own, and then I'll be ordering all of them to send out. And I hope to send out tonight, if I can get my in gear, the audio versions that I promised people. So I've done some short stories, so I'm hoping to send them out tonight as well. A tome-shaped tomb, that's the dream. Yeah, exactly. Can you be buried with your books? Oh, imagine that. That's very eco-friendly. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. You make a maybe, here we go, you glue thousands and thousands of books together to make a coffin, and then you cut open like the top bit as a lid, you put your body in, and then you, with the books decomposing, your body decomposes as well. That's eco-friendly for you. Surely that's a great way to be buried. Yeah, a tomb-shaped tome. Straight out the can. How uncouth. Here we go then. Steve says, I'm going to need a bigger grave for my unread books. Yeah, actually, that's an even better idea. All the books on your to-be-read list, you have to, they become your coffin. That's a great idea. Oh, I've got to do a character like that. Have a character that gets buried with all his unread books. Plant matter and meat. Yeah, with the next batch of oil. Absolutely. Yeah, and then it's just the gift that keeps giving. It really is. Egyptians were buried with the Book of the Dead to help them navigate the afterlife. That is true. I'm going to be buried with most of the Terry Pratchett collection, because I haven't read most of them. I started to review them over on the Bottled Imp, and then the channel, we just kind of didn't get time to do any more episodes. So I think I reviewed about 5 or 6 books, but I've got them all. I bought them all second hand. I was very lucky. The local Oxfam bookshop, somebody just donated like pretty much the whole collection. So I swooped in. Anyway, cheers. Hopefully you've had a lovely week. As I say, I'm off to play board games the next couple of, over the weekend. So that should be good. Lowrie has put here, yo, all out of rum, me mateys. A coffee, me brew on the stormy seas tonight. Who's drunk me rum? Titch, titch. So there we go. Let's crack open the score sheet. So what's happened? We are a thief. We are called Shadow. We've been marooned on an island. We don't know what the hell's going on. We've been shipwrecked. We do have life off of 16 though. We've got a combat skill score of 4 plus 2 because we got a shield and I think a sword. We have some skills and attributes. We've got accuracy 2, stealth 3, lockpicking 2, pickpocketing 2, intellect 3, strength 2, agility 3, charisma 1. We lost charisma because basically we are wearing a human, well not is it human, but a skin cloak. I think it is human skin cloak. But that gives us a +1 maybe. I can't remember. It does something. Otherwise we wouldn't be wearing it. It's not for looks we're wearing it. We got resistance 2 and luck 2. I got a can of iron brew as usual. Nice one, Steve. Me, I've drunk your rum. Yeah. Don't leave Jonathan in a room with unattended rum. You know it's not going to happen. You know you're not getting it back. Talking of pirates, has anyone played Feed the Kraken? Sailor's favourite deduction game. It's a really fun deduction game. Many players, and basically you get given cards dealt out, and your character. So I was the captain. You got then the captain chooses who they want to be the navigator, and also who's the right hand person. Your mate, your shipmate. And between you three, you steer a ship. Now, if some of you are going to be sailors, some of you are going to be a cult, the Kraken cult, and some of you are going to be pirates. And you get to know that from the beginning as well. So I was a sailor, I wasn't a pirate or a cultist. Careful I say that. So I was obviously trying to steer it towards the actual proper bay that the sailors want to get to. However, the pirates are trying to secretly steer it to sort of shipwreck it so they can plunder it. And then the cultists, they want to, during the game, recruit more people. And also they're trying to steer the ship straight towards the Kraken because they're all going out on a blaze of glory to the next level by getting eaten by the Kraken. So yeah, I thoroughly recommend Feed the Kraken. I do recommend Feed the Kraken. It's a lot of fun. I also happen to know one of the games designers. I met him at UK Games where he was demoing the game on the same stand that I was demoing Crooked Crown and Guildlands. And he was also at Essen again. So we had a little chat there, which was lovely. So, Jams, but I feed the Kraken myself in Jonathan's Adventures quite frequently. Yeah, I don't need to know about that, Jam. Keep that to yourself, that sort of filth. Here we go then. So, part 3. We are on part 3. And, yeah, as I say, we are shipwrecked on an island. We don't really know too much about the island. There are some code words that we're collecting. We've got jugular, incus, liver, vormer. Those are the ones we've collected so far. We've got a loincloth, because I think we were naked to begin with. We've got a wool jerkin. Oh no, maybe we had that on us anyway. We've got a yellow bottle cork stopper. I don't know what it does. Did we ever find out what it did? I don't think we did. We have a skin robe. That was it. -1 charisma while wearing it. Why are we wearing it then if it's -1? Anyway, we got a bone weapon. We got a sword, which is +1, and we got a wolf shield, which is +1. We have no more rations, but we do have 2 health potions, which gives us, each health potion gives us 2 dosages of +5. So we've got 15 potentially to boost our life force up again. So we are trying to make our way out of the cave. We've gone down a passageway. Welcome, Julian. And Julian's here as well. Evening, folks. In the words of Pet Shop Boys, I'm just back from shopping. I was shopping. What's that? The only it's just West End girls. Is that what you mean? There's some beds of West End girls. And I don't really know too many West Street boys. No, who are they? Pet Shop Boys. Oh, I guess they're shopping in pets. Leaving us, but last week we took our first step into getting to know the Hannibal Lecter better. However, accidentally. Oh yes. Well remembered. I think we had some stew, some rabbit stew, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I think we accidentally had some unusual meat. Put it that way, some unusual meat. We've also fought a green fuzz monster as well. So, that was interesting. Roasted pork. Exactly, roasted pork. So, we're picking it up. Let's crack on. Let's play Where Shadows Fail by David Lowrie. Savage Realms Gamebook Adventure. You had pork chops tonight. Nice. I had a sort of, what was it? It was a bean stew, basically. It was a bean stew. Let's just put it like that. It was a bean stew. So I've started to read the previous section, or at least look at it, just to remind myself exactly where we're at. But yeah, I think that's basically what happened. We just ate some stew. So yeah, a tentacle slaps your foot. Oh yeah, that's it. That was it. We came across this other monster. If you've not already done so, you can either go, yep. We didn't have a set of iron keys, so we couldn't get through that. Bean stew. I don't care what it's. Hey, there it is. That's the one. Mince, yeah, mince. Ooh, mince. I haven't eaten. We'll cook mince after this. Oh, you're going to cook mice after it? Why? Yeah, why not? We had some long pig. Admit it. It tastes like chicken. Oh, long pig. I like the sound of long pig. What is long pig? Is it just a type of pig? What a typo. Exactly. It's bean stew. What is it now, though? Right, let's crack on. Enough of the corny jokes. The door ahead is made of stout oak and has a large rusted padlock. Testing it, you find it is locked. At this time, please perform a lock-picking check. If you have 2 metal pins, you may deduct 1 from your roll. I don't think we've got metal pins. So, we need to roll equal or beneath. Is it with 2 or is it just with 1? Long pig. Oh, is that what it... Oh, right, because we're like a long pig. Right. Was that in the book, or is that you just... That rings a bell. That's what they called it, didn't they? Man, I can't type this in at all. It's because of your big sausage long pig fingers. That's what it is. Yes. It's testing your luck. Is it... what are you going to do? Whenever this happens... Oh, it's only 1. It's 1d6. I was going to say, that's a bit harsh to try and pass when we have lock picking 2. Lot picking 2. Now, we did use Jam's dice last time, which seemed to do pretty well. Seemed to do us well. So we need 2 or a 1. 2 or a 1. Looks like Long Pig's back on the menu, boys. Looks like meat's back on the menu. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Right, here we go then. 1 or a 2. This is what we need. That's not what we need. Ah, that's frustrating. Right. If you fail, add 1 point to your lot picking score, then go to 100. Okay. It was the first. That's harsh. Starting off with a roll. We've got to warm up into that. However, we do get a +1, so we're now on 3. We're on 3 for lot picking. Well, our skill goes up at least. Yes, exactly, Lewin. It's kind of weird. It kind of works, that system, but it doesn't feel intuitive. But if you think about it, yeah, the more you practice, hopefully the better you get. So I guess it does work. Jeff Dahmer agrees. Pigs are used as human replicants. Yes, for ballistic testing and so forth, as their bodies are very similar to our own composition. So by retro definition, humans are known as long pigs. And the word is synonymous with cannibalism. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Thank you very much for the little education there. That's a sort of nugget that's really cool as a writer, because, you know, you could just have that in your book and it's just something sort of slightly different, isn't it? It adds a bit of flavour, dare I say it, to your writing. Yo, party people. Sally's in the house. Hello, good evening, Sally. The show is edutainment and edgenital and yep, it is exactly, Julian. But they weren't used as replicants in Blade Runner. Imagine that. Imagine Deckard having to track down just pigs running around in raincoats and hats. Great band, the Long Pigs. Oh, I see, there's even a band. Of course, there was a band called the Long Pigs. I didn't realise that's where they were. Yeah, passes around the meaty tubes. Don't mind if I do. No, there's replicants. Indeed different. Ooh, now here's a thought then. Could meaty tubes actually be long pigs? Is that the dark secret of meaty tubes? Is that why they're so popular? Is that the dark secret that Edra's trying to hide? Deckard as Kermit, Miss Piggy as the replicants. I assume tubes were fingers. Yeah, I guess it's sort of like sausages. I haven't really nailed down exactly what meat tubes in, but we'll get there. Anyway, we failed that test. Much to your frustration, the padlock will not give, even to your experienced touch. Well, not that experienced. You curse, as it appears that it's not just the exterior of the padlock that is rusted. You now have no choice but turn around and choose another option. Damn you all to hell. So it says, do you decide to go right, turn to 17? Well, we've already been to 17. We've not been to 77. So, would you like to go to 77? Type yes. If not, we're going to go back to 17, where we've already been, but I can't remember what it was. Fancy wait. I know. Look at the Thank you for noticing, Sally. Thank you for noticing. It actually matches the T-shirt. See, this is my Guildlands T-shirt. Which guild are you? For those of you that don't know, I've had a board game published called Guildlands. Yes, 77, 77, 77, 77. It makes sense to go somewhere, to boldly go where we've never been before. 77, 77. We'll be snookering you tonight. Trying to upset me on my screen, fancy waistcoats. I know, Julian. It was Sally's idea. Blame Sally. I still think you should have worn it to the snooker. I should have done. I wasn't confident enough. I didn't want to upstage. We did go to see the Black Ball final, not the Black Ball final, but they recreated it on stage in Hertford. We did Dennis Taylor, Steve Davis, John Virgo were all there, and it was a thoroughly good evening. I didn't want to upstage them, Sally. Didn't want to, people would have thought I was one of the legends. You missed your cue. There is no way you can upstage John Virgo and his waistcoats. I know, that is true. They were rather special. There is a thin passageway that leads to a sturdy mahogany door. You try it and find that it is locked. There is, however, a keyhole in the door. Do you have a set of iron keys? No. Everywhere is being blocked. Everywhere is being blocked to us. Nobody remembers iron keys, picking up iron keys, do they? I read everything out that we had. We didn't have a nice set of iron keys. No. No. Just double checking. No. John, pot as many balls as you can, Virgo. Exactly. Where's the white ball going? Where's the white ball going? John, my balls are in the left pocket as I stretch over the table, Virgo. There was a bit of that. There was a bit of banter. Bit of banter going on. Bit of bants, as you can imagine. Bit of, light casual racism. It was all good fun. So, 352. Is this the end of the story for us? If you have the code word Venus, no. Have we been anywhere? Otherwise, continue reading. Right, no. You will have to pick the lock. You kneel down to inspect it. It would have been child's play a couple of years ago, but you've somehow lost your touch because of your big, long pig fingers. Jim Davison's were there too. Well, they did mention Jim Davison, yes. Ken Hance for Bants. Venos. Other... What? Decongent are available. Other decongent... I don't know what that means. I don't know. Half the things you say. You're too clever for me, Julian. Love Jim Davison. Here we go then. So, at this time, please put a lot picking. We got a better chance. We got a 50-50 chance. Let's not use these dice because these seem to roll high. Let's use the Fighting Fancy dice because they seem to roll low. So we need a 1, 2, or 3. Other sinus curses are available. Oh, I see. Is that what Venos is, or is that a joke? I've just ruined your joke. Trust me to ruin anybody's joke. If you've got a party going on, invite me along and everybody will leave within about 10 minutes. Right, here we go then. 1, 2, or 3. Boom. Have it. We're definitely not using those dice for combat. Though I'd imagine long pig fingers, says Lyrian, would be good for... for what? Piloting Kermit's wife and his fellow puppets. Not quite sure I fully understand that, and maybe I don't want to. Right, keep it clean. Here we go then. Yes, we did successfully pick the lock at last. Hurrah. Hurrah. I guess that if you keep failing, it is quite a good mechanism actually, because eventually you will succeed because you're getting a +1 every time you fail. So eventually, yeah, you will get better at things and pass them. Julian's put, I love the fact you stopped talking, having said you just ruined my joke. And the soundtrack just crickets chirping. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Hey, it's all planned, Julian. I spend months preparing these live streams. It's not like I just wake up after a long snooze of an evening and they go, oh, better stumble in, I'm a little bit late. It's still live. No, months in the preparation. Exactly. Keep it clean, Barry Scott. I don't know who Barry Scott is, and maybe I don't want to know. Should I know who Barry Scott is? Is he just a mate of yours, Steve? Right then, anyway, the room is lit by several wall lamps burning oil. Oh, I like the sound of this. Jonathan puts out, I'm reminded of Benny Hill's joke. Here we go. Went to a party, met Jim Davison, a gentleman and a fine comedian. Had a drink with all three of them. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Barry Scott did the Sillick. You almost got me to say something rude there. Sillick Bang cleaning ads. Oh, did he? Beautiful bit of knowledge there. Beautiful bit of knowledge. Quite tired tonight, but I've got stuck among the cannibals now and hope we're changing it up a bit. Hello, Lee. Lee's back in the room. You're quite tired. Well, obviously, if you just want to go and have a snooze at any point, Lee, no worries, but welcome. Yes, we've gone around a little bit of circles because we think we failed a couple of lock picking. However, we have now broken into a lock and we've opened a new room. Pardon me, I was trying to keep as clean as I could while trying to make long pig joke with the brain more on PG-13 midnight mode. That's all right. It's all right. You know, I'm letting you judge whether you get banned or not. I don't really know what Twitch allows and what it doesn't. The drum and bass version of the ad is quite literally silly banging. Here we go then. The room is lit by several wall lamps burning oil. Human skulls with their crowns cut off, oh hello, and their mandibles wired in such a way that the light from the flame exudes from their eyes and nose sockets, as well as from the open mouth. Disturbing as these are in themselves, they cannot compare to the other things you see in the room. Blimey. I don't know if I want to read on. Sitting on top of several benches are multiple pieces of furniture in various phases of being built or repaired. All of them from human bones. Yeah, I think we need to get off this island as soon as we can. There are chairs made out of human skeletons, naturally, bent at the waist so that the pelvis becomes a seat. Why not? Why not? Why waste a perfectly good skeleton? The rib cage open to provide a winged back chair. It sounds really comfy, to be honest. The humerus, ulna, and radius bones comprising the armrests. Yeah, sounds good. And the tibia and fibula bones forming the chair legs. There are also tables of different sizes and shapes utilising two or more skeletons in their construction, and stools stretched with human leather. They're just making do, aren't they? They're just sick. How can we make furniture on this godforsaken island? Oh, look, perfectly good bones. Hi, Jam, says Lee. Twitch will stop you posting if they think it's questionable. Oh, okay. Texas Chainsaw Massacre dinner scene flashbacks. Is the piece of Ed Gaines furniture store? Yeah, that's exactly what we've stumbled into. Stools. Wait, it's not one. I know. I don't see anything wrong with this. This is perfectly fine, isn't it? At another workstation, there are cups made from human skulls. Why not? In for a pound. In for a penny, in for a pound. Finger bones strung together to form necklaces. Yeah, keep everyone happy. Toe bone bracelets, teeth, earrings, and crude bone flutes and whistles. It would seem virtually every part of the human skeleton is being utilised in this bizarre bone factory. It sounds like just an arts and craft sort of workshop, doesn't it? You'll be able to buy these, I'm sure. Also scattered throughout the room is an assortment of tools, from bone saws and hatchets to machetes and even scalpels, with larger tools like drills and foot-powered disc saws stowed away in one of the room's corners. You can't say they're not industrious. Can't. Suddenly, though, you hear someone outside the door. There's somebody at the door. Everybody knows somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. I went to watch, says Jam, Fight Club after this human fat remark. yeah, you might watch, yeah. Sounds actually more comfortable than is that a bidet? A skeleton who stands on two legs. Yeah, this is just exactly what the Incas and Mayans did with human bodies. Yeah, exactly. No, nothing wrong with this. A true boneyard, exactly. It's grot bags. It is grot bags. I'm glad someone got my reference. With only moments to react, here's your choice then. Will you just attack, blatantly attack to whomever comes in, or do you want to wait and try talking to them? So your choices are: do you want to attack them, type attack, or talk if you just want to talk to them? You decide. You decide. I'm not deciding. It's you. You. I'm just the buffoon reading out the stuff. I'm just your humble guide. Steve's going in full-on attack. Remember, we have skin. We do have skin robe disguise. Yeah, exactly. That's a very good point. Yeah, because at the moment it's not really doing much for us. Julian's put turn teeth into charms, make flutes out of their arms. Pikachu, if that said Pikachu. Talk, attack, talk. Talk in disguise. Yeah. So I think that was 1 for attack, 2 for attack, 3 for talk, 4 for talk. I'm feeling anti-moral. Thanks to Horrible Histories for all the knowledge. Exactly, Horrible Histories is great. I'm halfway through watching Ghosts now, which a lot of the cast of Horrible Histories. Oh, hello. A lot of Horrible Histories are in. Also, they went on to do Ghosts. We are running around blind this chance for Recon and find out what the heck is going on. Yeah, I think talking is probably a good idea. Julian also like to talk. Other ISPs are available. Talk. Tap with me, roll some dice. All right, Lee. Everyone's a critic. Seen both UK and American Ghosts. Oh, yeah, American Ghosts. Oh, I see. The Aussies done their own, and the Germans. I would imagine the Aussie one's funny. The American one, is that funny? Is it funny? Let me know, Julian. Right then, so we're going to talk, which probably is a good idea because we have no idea what this island is about. We've just been, like you say, stumbling around, trying not to get eaten. Yes, funny. American one is. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Sally said she started on the American one. It was painful. Conflict. There are presumably slightly different ghosts. Yes, I would imagine it's more of the culture of the country. Maybe you should have persisted. Yeah. Well, I'm going to finish the UK ghosts. Then, yeah, I dabble in some of the other ones. You stand in the centre of the room and wait. Through the door comes a tall, very thin person. He's not a long pig. He's almost aesthetic. What? He's almost aesthetic in his face. Does that make sense? And not nearly as brutish as the other Sawney you have seen. He also seems to be much more intelligent and almost human. He's almost a long pig. What is this? What has Sternum found in his workshop? He asks, looking you up and down. Come closer. Let me see your face. It's Jam. So, if you want to try and convince him you are part of the tribe, type tribe, or just type no, because it's got otherwise, or type otherwise, no or otherwise. But if you do want to try and convince him, remember, we've got the old bone face cloak thing, skin cloak. Type tribe. Maybe I'll give it another go, Julian. Yeah, there you go. So, oh, hello, Astaria. El Astaria. Why can I not say that? I do apologise. Welcome. You would like to tribe. Yeah, you're going to try and blend in. We're going to try and... We have got that bone skin. Jam also would like to try... Tribe from Sally. Best character in UK Ghost is the neighbour played by Jeff McGibbon, original Ford Perfect. No. Get out of here. That's not Ford Prefect. No. His catchphrase to call his dogs is... Is that him? No, it totally doesn't look like him. Yes, you probably don't know what EFTA Northern Scoutmaster and Tory MP are in the... Yeah, they don't. They would have to... They might know what a Scout MP... Yeah, they might know what a Cub Scout leader is, but... It would be a camp counsellor. I worked on the Camp America programme. So I've worked... So it could be... Yeah, it might be. They might know what that is. Hello there, Elastoria. Right, so we are going to... Yes, Ken, it is. If you can get to the end of Series 1, I think we'll do it. Right, well, then maybe we'll do that. So, in the meantime, though, we are going to see if we can blend in and convince this Sawney, who seems to be slightly more intelligent, if we are part of the tribe, that we are actually part of the tribe. Why? Surely we can do this. Come on. It's going to be another check, though, isn't it? Intellect check or something. Tory MP is replaced by Stock Market Whiz Kid. Oh, okay, and they have a scout. They do have a scoutmaster. There you go. Test your charisma. If you have the code where Vormir or Maximum reduce your roll by 1, if you have them both reduced by 2. Okay. Well, we do have one. What was the other one? We've got Vormir, and we haven't got Max Ilema. He played Full Prefect in the radio version. Oh, okay, if Wikipedia is to believe. I was going to say the radio version. Right, sorry. When you said the original, I just naturally assumed the TV show. Right. Okay, that's why he doesn't look like the guy that played him in there. Robin is replaced by Viking, and they have a hip chick. Okay, that sounds all right. Johnson said, Lee's put Jeff McGovern is also Ivor Biggin. Oh, is he? Standing at the back of the long... Oh, is he really? That is hilarious. He was Full Prefect in the radio show, but the TV show was David Dixon. David Dixon was brilliant as Full Prefect. The TV was the third version, yes. Wasn't it? I was going to say, wasn't it a stage show at one point? Was it radio, stage, and then TV? Or have I got that wrong? Was there a stage show? If I just made that up? No, he played him in the original book. Hey, very well done, Steve. Radio, book, TV. Oh, okay. There was a play, but apparently, according to Julian, it wasn't very good. It was the film. It was a film with Martin Freeman's After Death. Yes, I remember seeing that at the cinema, being very excited, and then just being very disappointed. Just didn't hit the mark for me, and a lot of people weren't happy with it. We don't talk about the film. No, we don't talk about the film. Okay, so we need to get a 1. We've got 1 charisma. That's what we rolled last time, so we need a 1. We need a 1. If it was produced by the father, it was produced by the father of one of the kids at the school I taught. Okay. The original TV series was brilliant. Peter Davison was the dish of the day. Yes, Peter Davison, and also his wife was in it as well. She played, I can't remember who she played, the ditzy blonde. Yes, I know all about the stage shows. I worked with the people who tried it. Oh no, they also thought it didn't work. Trillion, that's it. Oh, what a shame. Guys, look at you, name dropping. Sandra Dickinson, that was it. They're Georgia Moffat's parents. Oh, I see. Yeah, because the Moffat family is... Yeah, exactly, Georgia. Yeah, there you go. They're all incestual. Right, anyway, we need a 1. Yes. Oh. So we failed that. It's going to eat our face off now. If you succeed, no, we didn't. We failed, so we're going to get. Well, at least we get a charisma point. But we've got the. Surely it didn't even say if you've got the bone. The only item we've got, and it didn't let us use it. Okay, we're back up to 2 now. Okay, if you fail, which we did, is this going to be our first life lost? No, I don't know you, and you are not one of them, or us, I should say. This last part is said rather contemptuously. There is something different about this fellow you think is called sternum. He does not seem to be even nearly as aggressive, rude, or brutish as the other Sawney you have met. You decide to go with your instincts and be honest with them. The truth is, I'm a stranger here. I'm simply trying to escape the caverns. I mean you no harm. Can you help me? He looks at you with the curious eyes and then closes the door. Okay. It's either good or bad, obviously. It's one of the two. World's End just entered the sale price. Oh, here we go. World's End just entered the sale price for £2. My good giddy aunt. £2.30 tonight. All I know is you're an extra in it. Can't wait to see what it's about. Yeah. It's good. It's good fun. I was in the first sort of the first bit where they're the young characters, and I was in one of the pubs. But you literally see the back of my head. But it's a fine back of the head. It's probably the best side of me. The films. Oh, what? Hey, whoa. Julian's put the film's producer. I want a quiet word. I know it's a shame. It was Ken Campbell. Use Your Insanity. They pushed the audience around from scene to scene. Was Ken Campbell? Oh, I see. Was he in the stage play? Huh. Say what now? Blink and you may miss Kent. Yeah, exactly. I am thinking of doing a compilation video of all my extra work that I did. And it's just going to be a compilation of just me walking across the screen or walking away from the screen. Or look, there I am. So that'd be quite funny. Don't blink. Do it. Adams did the computer text adventure in 1984. Okay, Douglas Adams. He wrote it. Oh, did he? Oh, yes, he did. I remember that. It could be a reward for backers of your next Kickstarter. A reward, Jonathan, or a punishment. One of the two. I'm pleased you have it. It will accompany you on, your online reel. Absolutely. Okay, so you hear Sternum lock the door. That's not good. Oh, I thought he locked him out. He's gone out. We're alone now. And none but Ribeye have a key for the door, says Sternum. You introduce yourself, telling him that you are a simple thief from a faraway land, and give him a brief account of your experience in the caves thus far. Well, perhaps if the circumstances were much different, I might say welcome. But then again, I would never welcome anyone to this hellhole. You have probably noticed that I'm not like these savage creatures. That is because neither my father nor my mother are Sawney. You see, my mother was captured by the Sawney when she was pregnant with me. But even as bloodthirsty as the Sawney are, they do not believe in slaughtering women who are with child for food. And so I was born and raised here. My giddy aunt. Well, not his aunt, his mum. I was, however, nursed by my mother, even though she was forced to eat as they do. When it was time to give me solids, I was unable to keep the meat down. Mystery meat. So my mother continued to nurse me, giving me fruit and vegetables taken from ambushes and shipwrecked vessels. As soon as the senior decided that I was old enough to feed myself, my mother... Oh, this is getting dark. My mother was killed right in front of me and then roasted. They laughed, taunting me, as they held joints of her steaming hot flesh under my nose. Because I was still very young, I was spared and put to work in here, under the old toolmaster, Gizzard. I showed great aptitude for the work, and so, when Gizzard died, shall we say, rather suddenly, they decided to keep me alive. Keep it light, keep it light. That's a Predator thing, says Lee. I like your on-roll, Lee. Love the intensity of the EastEnders bits. Thank you. Booby prize. Yep. Oh, it all got a bit dark. I didn't see your comments that were all joking. And it's like... Sawney Bean was made up. as from a political propaganda to designate the Scots. Oh, is this where it comes from, especially after the Jacobite uprising? Wow, David's done his research. Is David Scottish? Because that sounds like a Lowrie. Is Lowrie a Scottish name or is it a northern name? Oh dear, this island feels like a suburb in Innsmouth. Yeah, exactly. It's not a pleasant place to be, is it? We've stumbled into a nightmare. It is here that Sternum pauses and smiles to himself, leading you to conclude that Gizzard may not have died of natural causes. Look at that. I've got like a widow's peak going on. I'm turning into Ray Reardon. So, here I am, an outcast amongst the Sawney clan, and yet no longer fully human myself, crafting their loathsome furniture and revolting jewellery. They do, however, indulge me in that I'm allowed to pick over the boats and the carts for books. Before she died, my mother taught me how to read and use numbers. There's always a bright side, isn't there? Always a bright side. There we go, 399. As opposed to Sean Bean, who's Yorkshire lad, made to say bastard in various forms in the UK. I bet he got that put into his contract. I don't think that's in the script. I think he just playing a little trick, a little in-joke with everybody, and only he knows that he wanted to say bastard in everything he did. He died suddenly. Here we go, political. 399. Have you not tried to escape, you ask? Escape to where? Sternum replies. This is the only place I know. I've never seen the outside world, except for the beach. I cannot swim, nor can I sail. The sea is also impassable most of the time. Okay, so, are we just trapped here? Have you seen the Bee compilation from Sharp? It runs about 3 minutes solid. No. That sounds beautiful, though. I always wanted to watch Sharp, but I just wasn't in at the time when it was on, so I've never seen it, but I might try and catch it. Yeah. Hang on, yeah. Turning, Sternum heads towards the back of the room where there is a leather-curtained doorway. Is it leather? He goes through it, and you follow. On the other side is a small bedroom with a plain pallet bed, and behind the bed a double bookcase full of books. There's also a small table with a couple of chairs, and you're relieved to find that both are made out of wood and not human bones. Just one for the guests. Directly opposite is a simple fireplace, and next to it a few pots and pans. Adjacent to the fireplace is a shelf filled with cabbage, carrots, swede, apples, pears, and other fruits and vegetables. Oh, sounds delicious. A small cauldron is bubbling away on the fire. Sternum gets 2 wooden bowls and ladles a thick stew into both. He gestures you to sit and hands you a wooden spoon. Eat, he says. So, would you like to eat the stew? Type eat. If you would rather not, type no. Eat or not to eat or not to eat? That is the question. How do I turn on the swearing again? They are turning purple. Oh, I see. Oh, are they? Well, I seem to be able to read all the swearing. So, yeah, you potty mouth. Check your setting for adult filter. Yeah. Eat. We're going to eat. It looks like we're going to eat. So we trust him, do we? That's interesting. If it's human, I think it's still leather. He'll be chicken. If it's chicken, yeah. Although he does seem to just eat fruit and veg. So it's like a veggie stew, isn't it? Also eat, says Lee. Human food could reduce our monstrous meter. Have we got a monstrous meter? I don't think we do we? Right, so we are going to eat. So, let's see what we're going to eat, though. The stew is delicious. A mixture of beans, tomatoes, and potatoes, plus various bits of various herbs. It is the best thing you've eaten since you arrived here. Not that you've had much choice. Increase your life force by 3. If you have the code word juggler, reduce the number next to it by 1. Oh. So we do have jugular. I don't quite understand that. So increase your life force by 3. That's not the value of it though, isn't it? It's just plus 3. So we're on 19. Is that right? We're on 19? We're on 19. So 16, yeah. So 19. But then what does it say? And if you have the code juggler, which we do, reduce the number next to it by 1. But there are no... Does it mean... There's no numbers on the code word. There's no numbers on the code word. Does it mean reduce the life force by 1? What do you think? It's not creature of havoc, spoilers. From a noble, it's imperial leather. What's that? Orbit broth. What do you think it means? What do you think it means? What am I reducing? Because we got a life force as 25. So do you think it's now down to 24? Because we've got that jugular. Speak to me. Speak to me, crowd. I'll have a little drink. I'll have a little ponder. Hobbit broth. Yeah. Halfling soup. Orcs. Orc soup. Orc stew. Nobody's going to answer me that one. Is it too boring a question? Too boring a question, Ken. Come on, keep it snappy. Oh, reading that confounded code is difficult even after getting the fog of comprehension is a nightmare. So I fell down a KB real well. What was the question? Have you been looking up my show reels? So the question is, it says here, increase your life force by 3. So we're on 16, so we're on now 19. It says, and if you have the code juggler, which we do have, reduce the number next to it by 1. Oh, however, on the code words, there's no numbers. So it can't be reduced it from the jugular, but then there is next to it. Does it mean the 25? Is that now down to 24? Quite weird if you have to reduce life force. Yeah. I got the munchies, tiger bread, Marmite sarnie. Oh, jam. I'll give you a little ding for that one. I'll give you a ding dong for that one. I've got to go to Tesco, says Sally. Have a great weekend, everyone. Other supermarkets are available, but they're not as good. They're not as good. Perhaps just write -1 to juggler. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I don't fully understand that, but yeah, let's do -1 then. Because I do recall it saying about numbers and code words, but do it. Goodbye, Sally. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Oh yeah, I see. Julian's showing off now. It's just showing off. Okay, so you compliment him on the stew. It's lovely stew. What's in it? Is it any human? Thank you, he replies. It's just a simple stew. One thing I've learnt is how to cook well for myself. It's one of my few pleasures. I just wish I could spice it up a bit. Before my mother, she used to make a special broth for me. I do miss it very much. Do you have a jar of chili flakes? Oh, did we ever get chili flakes? We didn't get chili flakes, did we? You forgot to get those, Julian, at Tesco, didn't you? We got a yellow bottle. No, we didn't get chili. We've hardly picked up anything. Did it make me late to the stream, however? Well, not really. Well, yes, but I ramble for like 10-15 minutes. Yeah, it makes sense that supping good soup and not eating people increases life force. Yes, that makes more sense. I did dies, but I got ramen instead. Let's just say yellow bottle as chili flakes. No, we can't. Leave in. Come on, you're better than that. We can't cheat, surely. No, I don't like cheating. I don't like cheating. Right, so we're gonna have to just say no. Unfortunately, I know we want to please him. He's helped us out, but you know, maybe we could cut our fingernails and cut them up, pretend they're chili flakes. Is that how you repay him for his kindness? Forcing him to eat your own toenails? You really feel for Sternum and want to help him escape. If you have the code word mandible, which we don't. Have we been anywhere to get anything? No. Along with any of the code words, inferior, superior, or gondol. We've got Inca, jugular, liver, vorma, and that's it, I'm afraid. That is it. Otherwise, go to 93. Poor us. No flakes today, unless Baldrick. Yeah, shake your head. Baldrick, shake your head over the soup. 93. Rowan Atkinson. It's very difficult to do an impression of Rowan Atkinson. Not that I'm the world's best impressionist anyway. There must be somebody who could do Rowan Atkinson, a good Blackadder impression. You cannot advise Sternum on what to do, and you cannot take him with you as he'll just slow you down. You apologise and tell him you have to leave. This feels like playing both Tides of Innsmouth and Caverns of Snow Witch on the stream recently. It's the blend. It's the perfect blend. Where are you off to? Can you not stay with me? Asked Sternum. Here we go. This is where it gets real. Unfortunately, there are some... Remember, he's locked the door. Unfortunately, there are some things I must do, you say, but I will try to come back for you. What are you talking about? I have to try and save as many people as I can, you reply. And then, Sternum asks, then I'm going to kill old man Sawney. So now we know the plan. Then I have something that may be of help to you, he says, as he grabs something from his shelf. Sternum hands you a notebook. Scrawled within it are a number of diagrams and notes in a surprisingly elegant hand. We played. No clues were found. We died, yeah. Pretty much. Is that the 19 dandruff shampoo ad? Exactly. Do the shaken back and put your dandruff back. Take this. It contains details on how to kill Sawney. You thank him and stow it in your bag. Add this to your inventory now. That is fantastic. So, he was a very, very useful person to encounter. So it's a notebook. I'm going to put Sawney notebook. It's got a rather nice ring to it. And I'm also going to put the page entry, just so we can refer to it. Okay. You know, Shadow, says Sternum, for a thief, you're surprisingly noble. I would think that you would be a problem. That would be a problem in your line of work. It causes me trouble no end, you admit wearily. Exiting the room, you unlock the cellar door. You unlock the cellar door? I thought he unlocked it. Anyway. And wish Sternum well, locking it again behind him. Exiting the room, you unlock the cellar door and wish Sternum well, locking it again behind him. I don't think that makes sense. This nobility is going to be the death of me, you mutter to yourself. Please place a tick in the box next to the code nasal on your charter log sheet. I hope I'm reading these right, these code words. Are these all these are all parts of the body? Nasal. Nasal. That's how you spell nasal, isn't it? Sadly not to use his dandruff, as Flakes is mud-based cappuccino in the trenches in World War One during Blackadder goes forth. I have a sore knee, but it's just my age. Or in Masks of Mayhem we died some more, and then played Choose Your Own Adventure Book. That is absolutely correct. That is factually correctly. Well, I suppose it protects him. I thought he... Anyway. A current theme among our streams. we do not too badly, to be honest, although we do die. We do die quite a lot. But then, you know, that's what these game books are all about, aren't they? They're challenging, they're hard, they're fun to play. Especially when you go around eating long pigs. Anyway, we're on our way. We have had some useful information there. We've got a notebook. We've got a plan now. We're going to kill Sawney. I don't know if we were going to do that before, but it's a nice reminder. Body parts thematically appropriate considering the culinary habits of the locals. Yeah, why not? Exactly. Fun and silly to play no matter the outcomes. Precisely. Once outside the workshop, you are faced with 3 choices. If you have set of iron keys, which we don't, we can try and opening the ornate double doors. Otherwise, if you've not already done so, you can either turn right, which is 48, or go to 17. So we've been to 48. Have we been to 17? I don't... Oh, we've been to 17. What are we going to do then? Can anyone remember what those numbers are? Probably not. What would you like to do then? So turning right is 48 or straight ahead is 17. But we've been there both. What do you think? 77 is where we just came from, Julian? Or is that just your big long pig fingers? Grocklesnook just fell sideways. He's been drinking again. He has. He's on the lash. You're on the lash, aren't you, mate? Yeah, you've been living it up. He's been living it up. His cousins have been staying. They've been going out, getting all tanked up. 48. We're going to go right. Elostera also would like to go right. Leerin's put, and this is the reverse of our usual routine. We start outside a crashed vehicle rather than crash one in the final. That is true. It's a bit weird. Yeah, normally we actually, especially if it's a boat, we capsize them, crash them. Just lock them up. Just look them up. 48 sounds good. Yeah, why not? 48. Can't remember. Oh, I see. Yes, I see what you're saying. We could just look them up. Well, I guess part of the fun is trying to remember, like, oh yeah, what was that one? The door ahead is made of oak and is a large rusted padlock. You find it's locked. So, okay. So we should be better at pock picking. At lock picking, we got a 1, 2 or 3 chance. Here we go. 6 years ago. What happened 6 years ago? What were we talking about? What was going on? Did I ever mention the time Ken walked right past? Right, how do you ban someone from Twitch? How do you ban them again? Come on, Jam. Let it go, mate. Let it go. Pot licking. Do up. Pot licking. Lame-o. You have only got yourself to blame, Jam, because you are 9 for 8. Of course I'm not going to see you. I don't look right up there when I walk around, do I? I'm normal height. Normal height. Jam is my hero. Steve, he's everyone's hero. Okay, so we are going to test our lock picking. We need a 1, 2 or 3. We're going to do one of these bad boys because these normally roll low. No. Oh. We're going to do lock picking. We're going to use this dice because normally these roll low. 1, 2 or 3. Look at that. Don't worry, we'll edit the other bit out. We didn't cheat. Look at that. Full of contradictions. Paranormal hero. Exactly. Jam is our paranormal hero. Although I'm the psychic. But anyway, that's part of the buy, isn't it? Right then. So, turn 67. We succeeded. Look at that. Look at that, my friends. 67. The door gives you your subtle... What? Hang on. The door gives to your subtle touch. And as it creaks open, you see there is another door to your right. Oh, bloody doors. Bloody Jim Morrison. You see, finding that it's also locked from the outside, you decide to inspect the room. Both the left and right hand walls are filled with shelves made from random and different sized pieces of wood. Thank God it wasn't bone. Oak, teak, mahogany, and many other kinds as well. At the far end of the room, there is a small archway leading to another part of the room. Sitting on the shelves on the right are row upon row of large glass jars, each with a glass stopper. We can get some more glass jars. They all seem to be filled with a yellow liquid. Have we been? I thought we hadn't been in this room. But also contain various solid items that are preserved inside. From where you're standing, you can only make out vague shapes. So you walk over to examine them. Picking up a jar, you raise it to your face and examine its contents. I don't know if that was a wise thing to do. We had no choice. We're in. We're committed. What is in the jar? I'm cold. Is it a funeral pyro? Girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby. Light my fire. Did Ian Livingstone write this? I don't know. It sounds like it. It's just door upon door upon door. It's Dora the Explorer. So, what did I just read? Hang on. What? Three. I got a bit distracted there. What's the matter? It's like I got a bit like an old man. You're cold. Why are you cold? What's the matter? Have you left the door open, Julian? What's going on? Have you left the door open in the care home? Have you, Julian? I've written the wrong number down. 67. Oh no, 323. A face stares back at you from the jar, its eyes rolled back in its sockets, and its tongue sticking out and limp. It is a head that has been pickled in vinegar or something similar, and you almost drop it from the shock, but continue inspecting the jars. Some of them contain heads, why not? Others contain livers, hearts, intestines, and other internal organs. There's also hands and feet, male genitalia, the breast of a woman, and even a couple of human embryos. I'm not a big fan of this, Tesco, I tell you. Further along are some smaller jars, but they are more mundane, containing toenails, just skin, containing what looks like sage, thyme, and coriander. There are also, get this, chili flakes, peppercorns, paprika, flour, sugar, and different kinds of grain. This is obviously the kitchen larder. You decide to take some chili flakes. They may prove useful. Well, they would have been. They would have been useful. No, they. Hopefully we can go back to sternum. Hopefully we can go back to sternum. So chili flakes. We've got chili flakes. Unless we're going to use them in a different way. Chili flakes. Just preserving fluid. No, not urine as I feared. Yeah, everything normal there. Everything normal in that kitchen. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. They're always playing that, aren't they? Especially in this joint. Is this the Edinburgh University Science Museum? I know, it sounds like it. She hasn't put the fire on yet. Come on. It's called a book, Ken. I'm getting confused. Oh, I see. A wallet made of James Hare's back skin. I wish I hadn't read that. I guess we can. He's locked in. The kitchen larder. Why does a kitchen own a Russian car? I love meaty tubes, TM, says Julian, but don't tell my wife I love cuddling my girlfriend, cheeky boobs, TM. Are you on the whiskey tonight, Julian? Is this what this is all about? Literally keeping up with the Joneses, exactly. So, we've put chili flakes in there. We've kind of done this back to front. However, that's fine. That's fine. 382. Turning your attention to the other side of the room, you find that it is mainly made up of stillages on which large oak barrels are stored on their side. Oh, is that what they're called? The little A-frame type things. Look at that. There's even a name for that. 3 of them are the kind you would see in any tavern or inn and have taps in them. It's not going to be wine, is it? It's not going to be wine. In front of the taps, there are 3 large jugs, and hanging from the ceiling are a number of ale jacks. Ale! What is an ale jack? What's an ale jack? Is that a barrel? I don't know what that means. Literally keeping up with the Joneses. Sadly not, no, just my silly brain, sorry. It's alright, you know, just apologise, mate. It's never a spillages from the sillage. A spillage from the sillage. I noticed, unlike early FF game books, the dungeon is not linear and is open world. Yes. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of sort of going around too much, just doing the same thing. You know, my game book, To Kill a Thief, there is more of a story, not story arc, but more, well, there's that as well, but it's more of a pushing you forward. Well, hey, 3 large jugs. Are we in Total Recall on Mars again? Now, there's a film. Is it urine? Just blood, probably. I know, that's my fear, that it's going to be blood. What ale jacks, though? It says, hanging from the ceiling are a number of ale jacks. Is that glass? Is that like a glass? To Kill a Thief is there and back again story. It is. It absolutely is. Because we've gone to this direction first, our soul would have been spicy. It would have been. Crouching down. Yeah, I see what you mean. So, yeah, this is a bit more open world, isn't it? Crouching down beside the 3 barrels, you run off a small amount of liquid into each of the jugs and then smell them. The liquid from the left tap is pale and clear and the colour of straw. It smells sour. I think we know what that is. From the middle tap, the liquid is reddish brown and cloudy. Yeah, I think we know where this is going. Actually, could you drink blood? It'll clot if you don't stir it. Spoon bender urine cell. It smells sweet but bitter. That's the reddish brown one in the middle. The liquid from the right tap is dark and opaque, but forms a creamy head when poured into the jug. It has a malty smell. Come on, guys, if you get this wrong. Which beer do you want to try? So, do you want to try the clear straw-like ale type straw? If you'd like to try the ruby red ale type ruby, or you want to try the dark stout or porter ale. Do you want to try the dark stout type stout? You decide. You decide. If you want the clear straw-like ale type straw, the ruby red ale type ruby, or the dark stout type stout. This is a bit of a tough decision to make, to be honest. Oh, and an ale jack is a large leather drinking vessel called a jack. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you very much. Leah's put here, sounds like taken from someone with an infection. So, Estaria would like to go stout. Trying to avoid that, Steve. But yes, pint of your finest piss ale, please. So that's 1 for that. 1 for the ruby, 80 shilling. Oh, 80 shilling. I remember. Yeah, that's beer, isn't it, though? I remember that. Isn't that Edinburgh beer? When I used to frequent as a youth up in Edinburgh. 80 shilling. I'm sure that's a pint of beer. So that's 2 for the red. Stout. 2 for stout. 2 for red. I don't drink, but I guess, says Liren, stout is the most human-sounding drink. It is indeed. However, it has tied with the red ruby wine or ale. Yes, 70 shilling like tenant special, 80 shilling. Yes, that was it. 90 shilling like a boy. That's the one. Yes, I remember there was different strengths. Yeah, 90 shilling was really dark and bitter, just like my soul. So it's piss, blood or stout, exactly. Is that the same as like marry, was it? Marry, avoid, snog or something. Snog, avoid. Right, so we're going to... Well, I can't see that. Feed, exit. Click on the link. I don't know what that is. Is where I'm at, says Jam. Okay, so 1, 2 or 3, it's going to be the ruby red. 4, 5 and 6 is going to be the stout. Okay, so we're going to let the die decide. The die decide. Here we go then. It's 1, 2 or 3. It is the ruby red. It is the ruby red ale. We're going to be turning into vampires. I'm pretty sure of it. Okay, so... Is this a wise decision? Well, we didn't decide. This was fate. This is your fate. This is your fate. Okay. And I think because it is 8:30 and I've got a lot of work to crack on with, I think we'll wrap it up there. Leave you on a booze cliffhanger. It's not real. It's not a real site. Don't worry. Feed, exit, boast. Oh, I see. I couldn't read it because it's in purple. So when something's in purple, it's hard for me to read. Yeah. Feed, exit, boast. Don't pass the garlic. I know. This is all a bit. Are we going to drink blood? We don't know. You're going to have to wait till next week. Next week. Ooh, will you remember what ale we chose? Write it down on your copy sheet now. Yes, I will write that down. Yeah. I'm going to put chose ruby red. There we go. I got some pages from L'Estranger, The Outsides of Read Before Bed. Oh, nice. Is that a Camus book? Is that Camus? You don't want to speculate on the origins of the stout. Oh, yeah, of course. It's a dark... Oh, no. It's all gone wrong. Yeah, Albert Camus. That's the one, indeed. Yeah, I've read that. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Wasn't he a goalkeeper? I think he was a goalkeeper in his youth. Good sunrise, everybody. Yes, good sunrise, everybody. Get some sleep. Get some sleep, leaving. Here's a really cool Kickstarter. Yes, Jam has got his next Kickstarter out, which I am slightly jealous because he managed to get his Gamebook out before me, which, you know, we launched ours at the same time last year. So if you want to check out Jam's newest Gamebook Kickstarter, you can do so. And if you're like me and you backed Jonathan Green's fantastic Cthulhu versus Shakespeare, or Shakespeare versus Cthulhu, that's how much I care. No, Shakespeare versus Cthulhu. Make sure you tell Jonathan your address, keep it up to date, and also pay him the postage. So I'm going to be doing that next week, Jonathan. Yes, so look out for that. How many games has Jam produced in the last 12 months? How many game books? Oh, how many games has Jam... Yeah, that's... there you go. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. And that's kind of both a good thing and a curse, because when I launched the Gamebook last year, I thought, I don't have much to do left on Guildlands. However, the publisher really wanted us to be involved, so we were proofreading, we were still playtesting some of it, we were still making sure things were balanced. So there was still work to do on that. So yeah, it's a very good point. Damn straight, can't believe how many people haven't. Fools. Experience, you'll be okay. Yeah, there is experience as well. Yeah, I'm not going to write as much on my next game book. I got mine. You can see it all tomorrow. Yeah, ooh, lovely. Are you going to show it off? Or you're not going to play it already, are you, Julian? That'd be rather rude, surely. You're just going to show it off. Yes, so I'm going to pay for mine next to the post. Yeah, not play, just, yeah, exactly. Just show and tell. Just, just tease the audience with it. Yeah, so I'm going to be hopefully getting mine in a couple of weeks' time. So looking forward to that. And, we've still got Jam's game book to play. But again, I want to wait until that's sort of past its launch date. So we'll probably do that next year sometime. And also, I do definitely want to play through Cthulhu, Shakespeare versus Cthulhu. No, tomorrow. So tomorrow, it's the Grim Dickinson. Tomorrow, the Grim Dickinson. Fantastic. Well, tune in if you can to Babel_17 on Twitch. Unfortunately, I won't be able to tune in. But yeah, everybody tune in. So thank you very much, Julian. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Lirin. Thank you, Astaria. Thank you, Jam. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Sally. And have I missed anyone else out? I think I might have missed some out. Thank you. You're more than welcome, Astaria. Thank you for joining in. Hopefully you've all had fun. Thank you, Jam. Don't forget the International Gamebook Day videos on YouTube. Yes, I didn't get time to watch that. I didn't really know it was on, to be honest. But yeah, so I'll be watching that at some point. No, thank you, Ken. Edra Tales, thank you for a lovely chat. Great evening. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lirin. Chef's kiss. Hopefully that's not like a mafia kiss. I only found out Monday it had happened. Yes, yeah, it wasn't a big build-up to it. But that's fine. That's absolutely fine. It must take a lot to organise these sorts of things. So, I will be probably... putting the link. I noticed Jonathan did put the link into Edra Tales, so if you want to see it there should be a link to it there. Until next time, Lee. Yes, absolutely. Until next time, there won't be a live stream Saturday morning because, as I say, I'm going away at the weekend to play some board games. However, I will be posting up board game images from the weekend. If you're into board games, then you can see what I've been playing. Thank you so much, and remember, may your thieving never be caught. Unlike last time when I said always be caught, but there you go. Oh, there you go. That's the link there. If you missed the International Gamebook Day video, that's the link there. Fingers crossed. Night, everybody. Until next time, remember, may your thieving... I've done that already. See you later. You alright, Gockle Smoke? Yeah, it's time for bed. See you later, everybody.